welcome back to another episode of Chalk Talk here on SteelersDepot.com. I am Alex Kozora, and in the last couple of weeks, last week we did the AMA. I think we've done some draft talk. Haven't really been talking to the whiteboard a lot lately, and I want to get back to that because that was kind of the whole purpose of the original idea. So, no real rhyme or reason for this idea today, but I want to get into just one of the Dick LeBeau now that he's gone and just some of the things, we'll see if Keith Butler carries over or not. I imagine he will. I want to break it down today, the famous Fire X Blitz Dick LeBeau ran so well. And this is going to come in the second half of the playoff game against the Baltimore Ravens. This is Sean Spence's sack and forced fumble. The Steelers, unfortunately, were not able to recover. But this is breaking it down very, very well, how you can create pressure with limited numbers without sending the house and still creating free situations for your linebackers. So Fire X, as the concept as a whole, is basically just, in its base terms, both linebackers twisting. Instead of shooting their gap straight down, they're going to cross each other. Fire X. It's that X kind of stunt that you're going to run. We're going to see on the board here, Ravens are at 11 personnel. Steelers stay in their base. Pretty rare for them to do, but they stay in their base here against the Ravens' 11 personnel. What you're going to get here, we're going to focus really on these four guys. This is Sean Spence as the Mac, Lawrence Timmons as the Buck, Steve McClendon as the nose tackle, and Cam Hayward here as the end. What we're going to get here, it's going to start all up front with the defensive lineman. You're going to have Steve McClendon. He's going to slant down a gap, kind of loop around into that strong side B gap area because he's shaded in that strong side A gap. You can have Cam Hayward kind of loop over on that weak side. What this is going to do is going to draw the attention of a couple of the linemen and help create isolated situations. McClendon's slant is going to draw the eyes of the center, who's going to follow, and we're going to show this in pictures here shortly. And Hayward's going to do the same with the left tackle. So now you're going to be looking at a situation where you really have to block your linebackers are the left guard, number 72, Kelechi Osemele, and the running back, who I believe is Bernard Pierce on this play. So worst case scenario is you're going to get back on backer, which is a great advantage for the defense. Best case scenario, you get a free rush because you have to assume that both the left guard and the running back are able to recognize things correctly and pass things off correctly. And I remember in my scouting report before this game, I remember Osemele having trouble picking up some stunts. So I think this is a great reason why LeBeau drew it up in this situation because Osemele, mentally, his IQ wasn't all there. He's having a lot of trouble trying to be able to recognize things and pass things off correctly. So you're going to get Timmons the Buck. It's going to slant hard down into the A gap, the weak side A gap. And then you're going to have Spence kind of start crashing down into the strong side A gap. Ideally, again, left guard takes one, running back takes the other. What happens on this play is both the running back and the left guard end up blocking Lawrence Timmons the Buck, and they'll leave Sean Spence free. You get 6 in coverage, 5-man rush, and still that free rusher. That's how you win as a defense. At its premium, ability to send 5, drop 6, still get pressure is ideal for a defense. So I'm going to see it on the pictures. This is the formation. Again, 11 personnel, and you're going to end up seeing both Jason Worlds and James Harrison end up dropping into coverage to help give you that 6. I think we're going to show that at the end for the coverage. You're going to see the stunt and the slant from McClendon and Cam Hayward. It's going to draw the eyes of the linemen. Then you're going to see Timmons, crossing in on his stunt, and you're going to see the double team from Pierce and Osemele, leaving Sean Spence free. And by the time the back realizes the mistake, he can't get the Spence in time, who's going to finish with the sack and force the fumble. Again, unfortunately, the Steelers were not able to recover. From the aerial view, you can see the coverage. Nowhere for Flacco to go with the ball regardless because you're dropping 6 in coverage. You're not rushing 7 and only having 4 in coverage and hoping the blitz gets home or they don't throw hot. And the linebackers drop into coverage because if there is a hot read, for example, let's say they throw to number 2 at the top of the screen on a quick slant, Harrison is in position to make a play on the ball. So you kind of protect yourself both ways. It's a fantastic blitz scheme and really shows the creative mind that Dick LeBeau was who helped originate a lot of this. So I really like that scheme. I hope to continue to see it under Keith Butler. I would expect to, Butler 3-4 guy, learned a lot under LeBeau. I wouldn't expect that to change because that concept is very sound. And honestly, I don't think we saw enough of it last year. I want to see it more in 2015 because I think it's super, super effective. That's a great way to only send 5 and still get that pressure. And you do that as a defense, you're going to have a pretty good time as that unit. So thank you guys for watching. Wanted to keep it a little bit shorter today. I know I've kind of rambled on the last couple of videos. Tried to keep them a little bit shorter. Probably come back with some draft talk next time. I'm kind of creating the list of players that I would like to see drafted by the Steelers at pick 22. I was thinking about it last night a little bit, talking to a friend about it. Kind of have 11 guys in mind right now. Maybe that's a little too many. Maybe whittle down that list a little bit, but kind of give you, the guys that I would be okay with if they're on the board at pick 22 for the Steelers to take. Make sure you keep up with Dave Bryan's stuff, of course. Matthew, Chris, Lucas Campbell's doing some fantastic work. I wish he had a Twitter. I would definitely, suggest that you follow him because he's doing a great job with some of the feature pieces on draft prospects and players and things of that nature. Luke as well. Josh Svetz is doing some of the future reports. I think he just did one, recently on Green, the new linebacker. So check those guys out as always, and keep it here on SteelersDepot.com.